This is Joe Corrales. I'm going to go ahead and walk through a setup of a Mindtap course on Canvas. So I'm recording this in Zoom, and I'll go ahead and share my screen at this time. Okay, so first step is have a shell already set up. In my case, I copied it in the settings from a previous class, but really what only thing that it copies is going to be all of the different elements that incorporate the actual course, but there's really nothing here yet. So to get started, you go off to your main course in the module section, the very top here. In my case, it's Introduction to Operating Systems, but whatever the course might be. I'm going to go ahead and select that. The very first thing that you see is load the course in a new window. So I select that. This is where it takes me into Cengage. Now in my case here, I have multiple courses that I've already created previously. It is possible that anybody that wants to create a course could actually copy one from my courses, because I could always give them the okay to do that. You just have to tell it what specific course that's going to be later on. But it helps because you can create a shell here. The very first time you do this, you create a new Mindtap course, or you copy an existing one, or you can copy another instructor's course, which is also doable as well. I'm not sure about linking to an existing course section. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but I'm going to copy, in my case, from my existing course. So I select that, and I'm going to pull one in from the spring session here. And it's going to be the 1305 section 6, just for this exercise here. And here's where it walks you through and asks you what the name of the course is. In my case, it's 1305 section 11. And because it's internet, I'm just going to put TBA. Course start date, because it's going to be for the fall, I'm going to set it up for August the 24th so that it may end on December the 11th. Actually, the end of the course should be around the 12th or 13th, but I'm going to have it a couple of days early. We already put the section here, but I'll put it in again, 011. You got to make sure you tell them your time zone. So in this case, it's going to be Central Time. And I'm going to continue there. Now here it says, you got an option here. I want to synchronize an overall course scores, or I want to synchronize individual scores. We want to do individuals because, we're not grading the entire class at one time. We're doing individual scores. So that's always the best option. I'm going to continue that. So it begins to do its thing. It's a little pause there for a minute. I could skip the guided setup because I already know what it's going to ask me, but for this exercise, I'm going to go ahead and click on guided setup. Just to warn you, it takes about 5 or 10 minutes. So I'm going to click next. So this is an online course. And being the COVID-19 environment that we're living in, it's going to be an online course. There are still a few face-to-face courses, but that's not going to apply here. How would you like to view your course? By topic or by date? I select by topic, but anybody can choose whatever they want there. Then I'll click next. Now here's the important part here. We want to link it to the Canvas course. I'm going to hit the down arrow here. Some people use Blackboard and LMS or whatever, but because we want to import this course into Canvas, this is where we tell it that it's going to be a Canvas course. So it is a Canvas integration. And I'm going to click next. Activity dates, I want them to adjust it for me. I'm adjusting them, you know, I can do these one or the other. It doesn't really matter. You can adjust them yourself or let the system do it. Impact to grade. This is also important. I'm more concerned about things that count towards the grade, and I want to give it 100 points per item, you know. This could be the labs or quizzes. If you don't do that, it's going to assign whatever it wants, and it's going to be a little bit of a mess, and that happened to be the first semester. I'm going to click next, and here we're just going to finish it up. And I'm going to go to course. You can download the course instructions here, but it's pretty much everything that I just mentioned here. Go to the course. And it does mention here's the book that you're using and so forth, you know, so I'm going to just close that out. I'm going to skip that for now because we've already done all that. I'm going to select filters, counts towards the grade. And I'm going to expand all. So you see, we got everything here going already. And I'm going to go back to my Canvas course at this time. See if I can get there from here. Okay, here's the actual Canvas course. No, this is on the Mindtap, I'm sorry. Seemed like it popped me out of my Canvas course, but here I have it. Okay, here we go. So here's my Canvas course. I'm going to go and look at what we have here. So what happens is, because I set up a link to the Cengage, the grades are going to come over here. Now I can always force it to update the grades manually. And so there's multiple ways of doing that, actually. Try to get my picture out of the way here. Okay. So for example, we open the grade book here. There's currently no grades yet, of course, you know, so that's a little bit confusing for it. But this is where, I have to go back to this one later on. This is where you would actually import the grades. So here's what we have here in the Canvas course itself. I'm going to select grades. This is for a fall course, so not, you know, we don't have a lot of students yet, but you know, they're coming aboard already. And I'm going to scroll through. As you can see, it's already got the modules here for it. You know, the different modules that are going to be graded. And you know, it'll start importing all the grades in here. And there's nothing there yet, but I got all the modules there set up for it. Anyway, that's basically it in a nutshell. And I know this is going to be a big help to whomever, if you're brand new to this environment here. These grades you don't have to put in yourself. You'll be able to go to Mindtap, and you're going to force a integration. And actually, you don't even have to do that, but it's just that if you're in a hurry and you want to be current, then it will go ahead and allow you to force the integration of the grades. But other than that, it'll actually do them automatically, probably within 24 hours. But like if you're in a rush and you want to do this before those 24 hours are up, then you can always do it that way. Anyway, hopefully this is a help to you, and it'll be a beneficial in some way. If you think of something else, um, you can email me at jcorrales@alamo.edu, and I'd be glad to get back with you on that and help you. I know I could walk anybody through this, but I thought if I record this, it might be more beneficial because you could always go back to it and look at it. I'm going to go ahead and end the session at this time.